Well, hi there, Beautiful Hands community, and welcome to our first edition of The Goods for 2025. It's February. Not sure how we got into the first 6 weeks of the year and didn't get an update to you, but it has certainly been pretty busy on the hands front with our run in December, with our ride a few weeks ago, and I'm actually gearing up to head back to Thailand this Saturday to run our digital live ride, which is going to be a total of 1,200 kilometres split across a couple of different rides, and we've got about 60 riders coming across at different points through February and March to join us for those experiences. So it's been all about the run and the rides, but I'm very excited to say that throughout the month of December we obviously had Pete's Run, which you were hearing a lot about in the lead up. We ended the month at around the $670,000 raised. So not quite the million that we would have liked, but in reflecting post-event and speaking with a couple of different people, one of our very good mates described it as a spectacular fail. And isn't it just, going into December, going into that campaign, we wouldn't have raised those funds, wouldn't have had the support from those that we did, particularly new sponsors up in Thailand and our existing supporters here on the ground in Australia. Had it not been for the run, we wouldn't have been able to raise those incredible funds. And where they will go, we're working on those plans. We've got a board meeting this week, and there's certainly some great discussions happening around our agricultural learning centre as well as the hospitality training centre. Both projects that have been on our cards for a little while, but we just haven't had the funding to be able to bring those to life. So all of the work that was done during last year and in the lead up to the run will certainly help us get along our way with developing those plans. So yes, it feels like the run just came and went, and it was certainly just an absolute highlight of both Pete and my year. Just the being in that little bubble for 26 days, as tough as it was at times, it was a pretty special place to be, and huge thanks to the crew and to all of those that got behind us during that month. We're still riding high on the adrenaline and all of the feels that have come as a result of doing that. Pete's currently working on his next book, so there will be some stories from the run, but also to acknowledging our 20th anniversary at Hands, and talking about that journey, where we've come from, where we've been, and certainly where we're heading. And it's always beautiful to go back into the homes and seeing the kids grow up and seeing what they're doing with their lives, and it's just a nice reminder of the work that we do, and of course the work that you do and the support that you give to us to enable us to raise funds for those kids. So this month we've got a beautiful story about Boom, who's one of our kids at BTN, and she's been at BTN for a number of years now, and along with 4 other siblings. And she's very typical of the kids that come into that home where the parents are out working. They're either fishermen and they go out for long periods of time, and they're unable to care for the kids. And when these guys are young and need access to food, shelter, education, it becomes quite hard, and so Boom's teacher actually reached out to Game and said, would you consider taking these kids in and supporting them, and of course we're in a capacity and a position to be able to do so. And sadly Boom's father passed away a couple of years ago, so it just puts them into even more dire straits, because it's a situation that they can't escape from. And so we've been able to jump in and give them support. And so it was really lovely to see Boom at the end of the run, but also at the end of the bike ride, and just chat with her about sort of her future aspirations. And she's almost ready to go to university, and has told us that she doesn't like maths, so we're not looking at the next accountant. But instead, she's loving video editing and creating content and photography. So she's sort of looking at going down that path at university. And when I think about where she's come from, and just the life, or the cards that life has dealt her, that haven't been quite like our kids here in Australia. I'm just so grateful that she's now able, because of the support from you guys, and because of the work that we do at Hands, she's now able to see that brighter future and aim for that. And we'll continue to support her through university, and when it does come time for her to leave the home and finish those studies, we'll certainly help find her some placement, whether it's with one of our partners, or looking at different work employment opportunities, either through Hands or through some of our great new partners on the ground in Thailand. There's so many opportunities that are now opening up for the kids. So you can read more about her story below, and in our newsletter. And I love bringing you these kind of stories each month. So we'll continue to do that this year. In other news, we are gearing up for our 20th anniversary this year. So the official anniversary of Hands Cross the Water, which will be October 2025. We've got a number of events in the pipeline. So save the date if you are in Sydney, 25th of October 2025. So that will be our official 20th anniversary night of celebration. If you're not in Sydney, book your flights. You're more than welcome to attend. We would absolutely love to see you there, and I think it's going to be such a big gathering of our beautiful Hands community that has just grown from strength to strength each year, through our bike rides, through our corporate supporters, and just through our general donations, and people that have been on the journey for 20 years, or whether they've been on the journey for 5 years. We've just got such a beautiful Hands family. So I'm very much looking forward to that event in October. We will also be announcing soon Auckland and Bangkok, both happening around a similar time. So we'll get those dates out to you shortly, so that you can start planning a year and start planning to celebrate 20 years with us at Hands. What else have we got in the pipeline? So just a couple of weeks ago, we launched our 2026 bike ride. And, having just returned from the ride in January with 48 other riders, I'm just so excited to be, returning to Home Hug and running these 8-day bike rides each January. They are such a reset, such a fresh start to the year. We've got riders who return every year, and it's purely because it just sets themselves up for the year. So if you've been sitting inside, if you've been sitting on the fence and wondering whether it's time to sign up, this might be a sign. You've got plenty of time to do the fundraising. There's plenty of time to get on the bike and do some training. It really is achievable, and the group that we had this year, so incredibly special. And 6 weeks on, there's still chat happening in the WhatsApp, and just another new connected community that that come from all walks of life. So if that's something you're considering, please sign up. I would love to share that ride with you. We're heading back to Home Hug next year, and it will be an 8-day ride through the beautiful Isan region. We always say it's a little bit flatter than the coastal rides, so if hills are not your thing, then this is the ride for you. If you do want to have a chat, I'd love to jump on a call and talk through any concerns you might have. But yeah, we're here to support you. So if you have been sitting on the fence, just reach out, and we'll be happy to support. And the final thing that we've got this month, and you'll also see it in the newsletter, we have just launched our incredible Mother's Day raffle. This year we have the most beautiful kettle and toaster you have ever seen. I'm really lucky. I've actually got one of the Smeg Dolce Gabbana collaborations from many years ago, and I absolutely love it. It's such a beautiful piece in my kitchen, and this is your opportunity to get your own. And in this beautiful blue Mediterranean style, it's absolutely gorgeous. And our partners at Smeg have donated it for our Mother's Day raffle this year. So jump online, grab some tickets. You don't have to give it to mum. You can keep it for yourself. But yeah, it truly is a beautiful prize. So yeah, you can grab tickets up until May, and then we'll be announcing the winner on the 12th of May, which is the day after Mother's Day. So got to be in it to win it, and of course all of the proceeds support the work that we do at Hands. So yeah, jump online, grab some tickets. I guess that's it for the month. So we're as I said, we head out next week or head out this weekend to run another one of our bike rides, and this will be our second corporate group for the year before our Blueprint ride and our Red 23 rides later this year. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back on the bike. So I will report back in either from Thailand or when I return home from that ride. All the best, and we'll see you again soon.